Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a different kind of video. So long-term subscribers know I used to do some MyLeague Sims, and I don't think 2K released it this year. It might have been last year, but obviously they make videos last year. They added the whole official draft classes. Like, it's not pre-made, they're officially in the game. So what we've done is we've reset the league to the year 2007. So this is the year that obviously KD came into the league. Next year Derrick Rose is coming into the league, and we're just going to keep adding in the new draft classes and just see what can happen. So obviously, if we're looking at some of the best players, Kobe and Duncan are the best players in the actual league. LeBron is 22, which is quite insane to think about. The big three is obviously has been formed. T-Mac is still here. 23-year-old Bosch, which is quite funny. So yeah, we're just gonna have a bit of fun with this. So the first thing I want to do is I want to check out the salaries for some of these teams, just because obviously the total salary you could have is quite low. I think it's around like 100, whereas I think now it's 150 off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've actually looked. Obviously, free agency is kind of a iffy thing at the moment. So we have Iggy on the 76ers. Obviously, just signing a new contract after his rookie season, so he's there for a little while. So obviously, LeBron is coming to the end of his just starting his new contract of 3 years, and then obviously after this contract when he moved to Miami. So you look at his roster, it's not the greatest obviously, but it's, you know, it's not terrible. Obviously the big three, they'll be together for at least 2 seasons. The Clippers, the Clippers really didn't do much right at this point. Darren Williams, like, this Jazz team it should have done a lot more than what it did. 26-year-old Kyle Korver. What is his 3-point rating? 90? Sounds about right. It's nuts how late he was picked and how well he's done, considering when he was picked. The Knicks, we just threw money at people at this point. This Lakers team with Gasol and Kobe. And Lamar Odom as well. Won't talk about that Stephen A. quote because I don't want to get this demonetized if I can help it. Dwight with his big bumper contract after his rookie season. Melo is still in Denver with AI, so that could be rather. How good is Melo and AI? Yeah, they could be quite decent in this. CP3 is still with the Pelicans on his rookie contract, so it's gonna be interesting to see what he does. Prime Amari Stoudemire, yo, that's gonna be with Steve Nash and a kind of okay Shaq. That could be interesting to see. OKC just got KD, 19 years old, 84 overall. Brandon Roy on the Trailblazers. Obviously, Damian Lillard isn't in the game yet, so it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up going. I will obviously sim the entire season and then just basically see how everything goes. If I spot anything rather interesting, like if I see any trades, if I see a player being traded somewhere, if I see anything interesting, obviously, I will, you know, because this is going to be fun. Alright, end of season 1. We have LeBron as MVP, KD getting Rookie of the Year, Millsap getting 6th man, LeBron getting Defensive Player of the Year, as well as getting Most Improved Player. Right, Miami and Detroit are through. Orlando, so Dwight has beat LeBron, and the big three swipe away Dwight, and then Detroit and the Spurs, and Detroit win the NBA title. NBA champion. So a little bit different. Instead of Boston winning the league, we have Detroit winning the league. Just why not? So, alright. So Shaq is retiring already. So it looks like he's not going to Cleveland with LeBron, which is Penny's gone. Grant Hill is gone. Alright. So what I want to do is, if we go on to a mock draft, the Kings might get Derrick Rose. So the Hornets might get Westbrook, Celtics. Alright, so we're just doing the first draft lottery, and the Kings get the first overall pick, so the Bulls probably aren't getting their hometown boy. Alright, so Westbrook ended up going first, and the Bucks ended up picking up Derrick Rose. So that's a bit of a different one, we'll say. Alright, so we have the end of the 2008 season? 2009? Yeah, start of 2008, we're in 2009. Dwight gets MVP. This was a weird one. Alex Warwick, who was picked 24th by the Dallas Mavericks, gets Rookie of the Year. So we'll have to check on that. Boris Diaw getting 6th Man of the Year. Also, 30 points, 19 rebounds, with 3 blocks a game. Just crazy stuff. LeBron gets Defensive Player of the Year, 32 points, 8 rebounds, and assists. And Rondo gets Most Improved Player, which, you know, it's all good. Curry is unfortunately first. Obviously, he was picked 9th, so it's a little annoying. But what can you really do? Cavs with they could that could be interesting. Maybe LeBron stays. Who knows? Obviously, next season is his contract year. Pacers, maybe James Harden. Rubio 6th. All right. Yo, DeMar DeRozan's down in 18th. Alright, so we have the end of the NBA playoffs. LeBron getting ousted by the big three. Standard, really. And then the Lakers sweeping the Celtics with Kobe getting the finals MVP. So, overall, I'd say this has been a pretty... We need to go look at some of these rookie stats. Alright, so, bit of an issue. This whole rookie report thing just does not work. So look at rookie reports. Warwick is 13 points. But if you look in the actual season, he has 21. And also, Derrick Rose just isn't on here. So, but if you look in the actual front office, so maybe the Rookie of the Year award is kind of broken at the moment. All right, so the Timberwolves, the Bucks could get another solid piece. The Nets, the Thunder, and the Pacers get the top 5. All right, so Blake ended up actually going to the Nets, which is kind of interesting. James Harden went to the Timberwolves. Curry went to the Thunder. Yeah, they have Blake and DeMar DeRozan. To be fair, you could argue the Nets don't trade away their future to get, obviously, what they got. A washed KG and a washed Vince Carter. You say washed. This season was his last season. So, you know, they don't trade away their future. So they could actually be a decent team. All right, so we have a few decent free agents. So where's CP3? So he might be going to the... Why are the Pelicans offering him a 1-year deal, $13 million? Unless they're gonna match that, like that's a pitiful offer. KG, $166 million with the Celtics. He's 33, mind. So that's a bit of a jump. Darren Williams has no offers, which is, I mean, he's expecting $30 million. So I mean, there is that. All right, so now in the league, LeBron, Kobe, and Tim Duncan are 99 overalls, which is always good. CP3 is now a trailblazer, so that's going to be interesting just to look at. If we go down a bit further, KD, 21 years old, 95 overall, which is quite insane. Of course, now we're at the 2010 draft class. Infamous for having John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, PG. It turns out like superstars. That's, I mean, Whiteside, but he went late anyway. But alright, so Dwight ended up getting MVP again with some ridiculous numbers. I will show you them in a bit. This Rookie of the Year is probably broken, but we shall. They got the Kevin Durant run, right? But then maybe Vlade did well. Who knows? Steven Jackson, 76ers, got 6th Man of the Year. Dwight, Defensive Player of the Year. Andrew Bynum getting Most Improved Player, which is quite cool to see. So the Cavs did not even make it into the playoffs. What has gone wrong there? So LeBron is still there, of course. His team is, yeah. So it looks like he did have a bit of an injury crisis, we'll call it. That's actually, has he got a new contract yet? He signed a 5-year extension, which very unlike LeBron. Oh god, he has 62 matches. So that's a weird one. He's signed a new. Like, he has to score 69 points and he doesn't even make it into the playoffs. That's a weird one. Why? He's perky with how things are going apparently, and he's quite upset he didn't get MVP, and he's quite upset he didn't get Defensive Player of the Year, and he's still with the Cleveland. Where did they finish? Where did Cleveland finish? What's that? 10th? Yeah, they finished. I mean, they could have very easily slipped into the playoffs. Like, up to 5th is 2 wins separating them. Like, they could have very easily made it into the playoffs. But we simulate Orlando's first in the East and the Spurs are first in the West. What is going to happen? There's not really. I mean, the Suns made the playoffs, which is, you rarely see that these days. Looks like Orlando is a strong favorite going into this. The 76ers out. Memphis got past San Antonio. Magic v Clippers. And Dwight gets a ring. 33 points, 20 rebounds. Let me just... 52 points in Game 6 he scored. That's insane. And if I just show you what he did to get MVP this season, it's quite something special. If I can find the stat. 33 points and 23 rebounds. Quite insane indeed. Alright, in terms of the draft lottery, the Knicks are actually in there. So, come on, the Knicks. We get 3rd, of course. Bulls getting 1st, Timberwolves getting 2nd. The Timberwolves could actually come away with a decent team. So let's just have a look at the mock draft to see what we think they're gonna get. If I can click on the right one. There we go. So, John Wall... Why not go for PG? Why? Let me look at this Knicks team. Let me see this Knicks team so I can just be even more angry. We have Zach Randolph. I can't believe I'm rooting for Zach Randolph. But I mean, he's scoring 21 points and getting 16 rebounds. Jesus. What? Why not? Oh, there's the beast himself, Eddie Curry. Alright, John Wall has gone to the Bulls, which is quite something. DeMarcus Cousins has gone to the Cavaliers, so at least LeBron has some help, I guess. PG ended up going 15th. He was rumored to go like 2nd. It's A+. Why not go with PG? That makes no sense. But whatever, the Knicks are just as stupid in this game as they are in real life, I guess. Yo, D-Wade, Amari Stoudemire, Dirk, and Paul Pierce. Yo, this is a stacked class. T-Mac as well, Rondo. Yo, so Rondo might be going to the Pacers. That's rather interesting. Wade is... Whoa, he's getting quite a few offers. The Heat offering them the most money, so might be staying with the Heat. Amari, is he staying with the Suns? Yo, look at that contract. That contract's insane. Dirk has got no offers, which is... Yo, it's going to be weird seeing Dirk if he ends up... He's expecting $41 million, though, which is quite insane. So, it's going to be interesting to see where they all end up. Alright, guys, so... I've quickly just gone through some of these. There is some insane teams potentially being made, right? So, Durant's still with the Thunder, but he said he's had enough time with the Thunder and he wants to move on. So, and then it's his contract year, so... Be interesting to see what's that. Amari's with the Thunder. Amari and KD. That's quite insane to think about. D-Wade, he is now with the Trailblazers. It's weird not seeing him with the Heat. Dirk's in Charlotte, which is an odd one. Bosh re-signed with the Raptors. Paul Pierce ended up going to Memphis, which is... That's so weird. Brandon Roy's on the Magic. Yo, Brandon Roy and Dwight. That's quite insane to think about. Marcus Aldridge is on the Warriors. Yo, and they have the Thunder of Steph. What is this Thunder team? I need to go. I need to go inspect this. Yo, and they have Andrew Bynum. They have 19 years old Andrew Bynum. Yo, how young was he when he came into the league? Like, this team looks stacked. And 30-year-old Jamal Crawford scoring 16 points. Yo, that's a stacked starting lineup. So unsurprisingly, they're in. But to be fair, KD is still on his. KD and Steph are on their rookie contract. So if they don't win a championship now, that's just ridiculous. If we're going to the mock draft as well, obviously Kawhi's at first, which is a little disappointing. You kind of hoped he would have went 13th. Jimmy Butler's in there, Kemba's in there, Kyrie's down to 7th for some reason. Clay's in 11th, which is quite fitting. Tristan Thompson to the Knicks. Please, no. Alright guys, so we're going to sim this season, and if the Thunder don't win this, then that would be very, very surprising. Alright, so Tony Parker is MVP. A bit of a weird one, but we'll take it. Rudy Gay gets 6th man of the year, 24 points, which is quite ridiculous. 30 points, 23 rebounds for Dwight Howard. Don't know why I can't speak. And that's quite low numbers for a most improved player. And Greg Popovich getting coach of the year. Alright, how did the Thunder get 4th? Come on. That's ridiculous. Unless like they won 70 games, I mean, that's okay, I guess, but that's ridiculous. Yo, the Grizzlies low-key have a decent team. And they're all on low contracts as well. Paul Pierce, Kevin K. Love, Rudy Gay, Mike Conley in 23, Marcus Gasol still pretty young. Grizzlies have a decent team. The Knicks are still just, oh my god. Yo, Denver's literally about to lose everyone if Melo doesn't do his player option, which is quite funny. Man, I want this team to stay together. It could be so good, but obviously I don't think it is going to stay together, which is such a shame. Yo, Timberwolves are looking on the up and up. It's quite a decent team. Alright, Marcus Gasol got Finals MVP. He lost to... so fun fact, they were 3-1 up, and they got blown out in the final game. LeBron having a shocking game. 5 shooting 33%. And then, yeah, the Grizzlies, Kevin Love beats out Dwight, even though Dwight is just having an insane... 163 points got scored. That's quite ridiculous. Yo, come on, the Knicks. Come on, Knicks. We need something. How do we do that? First place in percentage, and we end up with 5th. Oh my god, it's last season all over again. We picked Valanciunas. I mean, 5th overall. We could have picked Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi and Kobe are playing together. Oh my god. That's insane. Cantor went 2nd? Could have picked Kemba. No, we couldn't have picked Kemba. We could have picked Kawhi Leonard. Kyrie's gone to the... I think the Rockets have quite a beefy team now. He's declined his player option. Alright. This is going to be interesting. Alright, so he's okay. Yo, look at this. Two high-end small forwards. KD only wants 31 million, mind, for a 97 overall 22-year-old, which is quite nuts. The Clippers, the Nets, the Rockets, the Suns, the Thunder are nowhere to be seen. So he's definitely leaving. Where's probably the best place he could go? I can't remember the teams, like, at all. I think he's going to go to the Rockets, just because obviously it's a more locked-in contract. Pau Gasol might be leaving the Lakers. Probably not with that contract. What's Melo doing? The Wizards or potentially based on that contract, I think he's staying with the Nuggets. Yao... How's Yao... Unless he has injuries like he did in real life, I don't see how Yao's getting that low of an offer. Alright, so let's get into the next season. Alright, so Melo went to the Wizards and KD went to the Clippers. I need to go check both of those lineups. How are the Clippers? This is so laggy. Like, it is insane. I kind of get it just because of... Why did he go to the Clippers? Both of their both of their best players are on 1-year deals. Why did he? Why did he go to the Clippers? That I don't agree with that one bit. Derrick Rose is having a bit of a meh at the Bucks, which is quite upsetting. But what can you do? At least Melo's going to a Melo Yao in arenas for at least 2 years. That's gonna be insane. The Wizards might actually do something in the playoffs. Who'd have thought? All right, LeBron got MVP again. This guy got Rookie of the Year. Telovich, oh my god, got Sixth Man. Dwight gets Defensive Player of the Year again, and Dylan Burke gets Most Improved Player, which 12 points, 11 assists, not too bad. And Mike Brown gets Coach of the Year. So let's, Steph's making work. Is he? What's his thing about his contract? Hasn't really said anything about it. Is he still? He still has a team option, so he's still there for at least 1 more year. All right, so Portland at 8th, which I remember them having a. Yeah, they have Wade and I can't remember who. The Nets coming up 2nd. Yeah, let me check out their squad. Yo, Devin Harris. Yo. That starting 5 is insane. Devin Harris, Vince, DeMar, Blake, and DeAndre Jordan, David. What is this team? This team is insane. I need to check out this contract situation. Where are we? Salary cap. Let's go to the Nets because they have an insane 34 million. Yep, Vince Carter, DeAndre on their final contract years. Hopefully they can get a season, a ring out of this. Just, Blake's insane. Look how good he is. Derrick Rose is also on his final year. Let's see what he's thinking about his contract. He feels upbeat, but he doesn't want to sign a new contract. To be fair, the cap space is a bit, and I don't think they can go that far into the salary cap. So that'll be interesting to see how that what happens with that. The Bucks just don't have a team. Well, they have a decent team, but past this season, they kind of don't, which is quite interesting to look at. I don't know. I still find KD's move a bit strange, especially because Davis hasn't signed a new contract. Kevin Love is also on his final year. What are they thinking? Ooh, he's disappointed about his usage. Westbrook is on his final year with the Kings. His lack of team success is making him question staying there, so he might. Look at that salary cap. We might be able to move. Might be able to make some moves. Probably not. We might screw it up, as we always do. But we do have. We're not in the playoffs, so we might have a decent pick, provided we haven't traded it away. But yeah, we shall see. Obviously, off the top of my head, first pick is potentially Anthony Davis, which is quite exciting. So that could be rather interesting. To be fair to Dirk, he made it to the conference semifinals, and LeBron, will he finally win? No, he gets taken off by the Spurs in Game 6, averaging a triple-double. Is he averaging a triple-double? Anyway, he had a triple-double on the final game. LeBron, has he won a ring yet? Surely LeBron, he hasn't won a ring yet. That's quite nuts. You think LeBron, 10 years in the league, and he still hasn't won a ring? That's quite nuts. That's quite insane. OKC get the first pick, so OKC could be making moves. They're getting some high end picks. So obviously Anthony Davis is the big one. So let's just go into the rookie sign and see where he ends up. You'd think OKC. Alright, so Bradley Beal is with the Jazz. So Draymond unfortunately didn't go in the second round, which is quite annoying, but what are you going to do? Drummond is with the Mavericks, which is quite interesting. So Anthony Davis is with the Thunder. Yo, that Thunder team is going to be crazy. Alright, so Westbrook is looking like he's leaving. The King, oh well, that contract could... It looks like that contract is bringing him back in. Kevin Love, the Grizzlies, and the Clippers. Yo, can you imagine Kevin Love and KD? That could be... Vince Carter's up again? He could be going to the Suns, or is he already on the? I can't. I really can't remember. I wish I could. DeAndre could be going to the Lakers or the Nets, or staying with the Nets rather. All right, let's just get into the next season.